Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
So White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt announced that the Associated Press has been banned from the Oval Office for not honoring the recent renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Take a look. The mistake really is there's too much BS floating out there, and now it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it, so now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do.
The ongoing clash between Whoopi Goldberg and Karoline Leavitt shows no signs of cooling off, with both trading jabs week after week. What began as a few snarky comments has now exploded into a full-blown war of words, and neither side is backing down. So what's fueling the latest round of drama, and how did Leavitt leave Whoopi speechless this time? Grab the receipts.
Applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex.
All right.
What'd she say?
She basically said that they were going to give
God,
unqualified
how boring.
unqualified
Get
people
somebody there who's not
The
so
Behind the
tedious.
Table podcast needs to apply for White House credentials. They'd love having Joy in that room.
Joy's
I
got
got a question.
So wait a second. So in other words, instead of Bob Woodward, they want Kim Kardashian? What? I don't get it.
The View's seething hatred for Karoline Leavitt is so intense, you can practically feel it radiating through the screen like second-hand embarrassment. Leavitt recently explained, quite plainly, that the Trump administration is opening the White House to new media voices, including independent podcasters who meet certain criteria. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, not in the magical realm of Joy Behar's brain. Somehow, that translates into Kim Kardashian strutting into the press room. How? Why? No one knows, but according to Behar, welcoming new media is basically like kicking out Bob Woodward to make room for a reality star. Honestly, that's more of an insult to Kim Kardashian than anyone else. But does The View care? Of course not. As long as they get to take cheap shots at Karoline Leavitt, all is well in their bitter little world. Oh, and did you catch Behar calling Leavitt's first press conference boring? These banshees wouldn't be satisfied unless she did a tap dance routine while reading.
Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
View's hatred for Karoline Leavitt is so intense, it practically oozes through the screen like second-hand embarrassment. We all heard Leavitt clearly explain that the Trump administration is opening the White House to new media, including independent podcasters who meet certain criteria. Pretty straightforward, right? Well, not in Joy Behar's fantasy land. Somehow, she twisted that into imagining Kim Kardashian waltzing into the press room. How? Why? No one knows. But according to Behar, welcoming new media is basically like tossing out Bob Woodward to make room for Kim K. Honestly, that's more insulting to Kim Kardashian than anyone else. But does The View care? Of course not. As long as they are landing cheap shots at Karoline Leavitt, all is right in their bitter little bubble. Oh, and did you catch Behar calling Leavitt's first press conference boring? These banshees wouldn't be satisfied unless she tap danced while reading policy briefings, and even then, they'd find something to complain about. But Karoline had a few choice words of her own. Take a listen.
Oh, it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it, so now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do. I want to see who they're going to invite into this. Because, quite honestly, I like when we're held to standards. I don't always like the way they do it, but we have to have ourselves together. We can't just say stuff in spite of what they tell you. We can't just spout stuff. So I want that for everybody. And if they're going to guarantee that they're at the briefing, then I'll be happy.
You could practically see Whoopi's veins bulging as she ranted, hands flailing like she was conducting some invisible orchestra. She stuttered, stumbled, and doubled down, desperate to drive her point home. But what exactly did Karoline Leavitt do to trigger this level of unhinged outrage? Oh, right, she had the audacity to work for the Trump administration. The mockery, the smug tone, the over-the-top theatrics, it was all on full display. Watching Whoopi unravel over something as basic as expanding media access was almost comical. Personally, I think opening the White House to independent podcasters was a smart, forward-thinking move. But then again, I'm not Whoopi Goldberg, whose definition of press freedom apparently begins and ends with legacy media. Oh, and according to her,